so Lily did show up. Time to get to work. Later that day. Well, it turns out that we were all misinformed. Again, we weren't expected for Lily to appear one more time. I got chewed out for letting my temper get the better of me. What if she'd shown up while you were in the middle of that fight? That would have been a nightmare. When dealing with Lily, things have to go according to the script. I deviated from the script, so of course I got in trouble, but at least today was the last day. I can return to being myself. After work, we were meeting at the bar as usual, so I change out my work clothes, pack up my stuff, and get going. On the way, I think about all the reasons why I'm doing what I'm doing, not that it will change anything. This is the planet Erewhon. Looks like Earth, right? It's not though. We're just one of many parallel planets similar to Earth that occupy different dimensions. That's cool. For the most part, Earthlings have no idea that Erewhon exists. Humans are pretty egocentric that way. We didn't know about Earth either. Eventually our sun started burning out for some reason, and there weren't any nearby planets hospitable for life for us to escape to. That's when Erewhon scientists made contact with the other dimensions. After a lot of research and communication, they learned the birth of Earth's parallel planets, what Erewhon needed to survive. Turns out each of the Earth-like planets runs on a certain emotion from Earth. One of the other planets, the Erewhon, runs on the sadness emotion, so every time an Earthling has watched The Fox and the Hound or Titanic, they've allowed that planet to keep living. Our planet Erewhon runs on love. When the scientists found this out, they were pretty relieved, since love is one of those abandoned emotions that just about every Earthling emits at some point in their lives. While the amount of love pouring out from Earth has its peaks and valleys, overall we never have to worry about it, just plain running out. All that love becomes an energy that makes it possible for our planet to live on even after our sun burns out. As long as Earth has people who fall in love, Erewhon will survive without sun. Of course, once the scientists realized that our planet runs on love, they wondered what could be done with all the excess. After years of research, we found ways to tap into the excess love. We got rid of things like electricity, nuclear power and fossil fuels because quite literally, all we need is love. Love energy powers everything on Erewhon, from our vehicles to the lights in our houses. Naturally, there's a lot of businesses on Erewhon that are all about fostering love on Earth by working with companies from the main planet. We're able to broadcast video and send things to Earth for this express purpose. Is it necessary? Nah, not really. We have enough love energy for our planet to keep spinning and for most of our inhabitants to keep on living comfortably, but there's always people who want more. Me? I'm just an actor. Every time a person turns on the Ristorante Amore game, it's like a window in our world. They fall in love with us, with what we think is just a game character. When that happens, they produce love energy that gets sent back to Erewhon for all of us to use. Pretty simple, right? A lot of things on Earth now were sent over by Erewhon scientists and businessmen to foster love. You have my love. Don't ask me how our game system works though, or how multiple people can be playing the game at the same time. That kind of science goes over my head, but we offer a level of realism that most dating simulation games can't. I've been acting in different romance games, aimed at girls since I was like 15. This game is aimed for girls. That's just great. Okay, whatever. I had to leave that now. Let's end it. The whole game, but hopefully it won't end fast. Each game goes on until the number of players drops off to close to zero. Then the game is archived and no one can play it anymore. So today, as Lily was the last one, Ristorante Amore will be shut down so that new games can be made and more people can fall in love with different characters all over again, and Erewhon keeps on living. Well, now I don't have to switch into Prince Pierre mode every time I hear dishes breaking. That would be a nice change after a whole year of this. I quicken my pace as I get closer to the bar. I don't want to be stuck out here in the dark, and I'm sure everyone is already waiting. Hey! What took you so long? I guess I was just thinking about some stuff. I was on the way over. Feeling a little lonely now that the game is over. I don't know, would miss edits like Lily. That's what I mean. I didn't think she was that bad. What's the point in talking about her like she was a real person? She wasn't real, just a vehicle for the game. True, talking to her was like talking to a robot, and she also said the same things. Did you guys ever get the urge to say something totally different to see if the program would respond differently? I sure did. Nah, because then we would have been gotten fired. Oh yeah, glad I never did it then. I wonder if all those Earthlings playing the game would be shocked if they saw us right now. We're so different. I think I'd be pretty happy that it turns out you're not a complete asshole, Ethan. Nah, the players who got for him in the game are a bunch of masochists. They'll be totally disappointed seeing that he's such a nice guy. Damn it! Could you not call my fanbase a bunch of masochists? Why the hell not? It's completely true and you know it. Honestly, Liam, your fanbase would have a heart attack over you. I mean, you're so what? So, I don't know, annoying, irritating, a pain in the balls? You do know that all of us mean the same thing, right? Actually. Oh well, luckily they never have to know. Anyway, when are the girls going to show up? Don't know, Laura was still there when I left, Angelina is probably on her way, but her apartment is pretty far, right? We can wait for them a little bit longer. Everyone needs to be here to celebrate the end of Ristorante Amore, after all. Just then, I hear the jingling of the doorbell, and then I turn around. Angelina is walking towards us from the front door. Sorry I'm late, I had to drop something off before I got home here. What's with the get-up? What? Oh, you don't remember? That last Lily today was doing her bath, Pierre, so I had to dress up for it. It's weird seeing you dress like that in your off hours. It can't be helped. Tonight will be the last time I have to wear this outfit anyway. Hey! Oh, there you are. Slow as usual, huh? Shut up! I was cleaning up and then I got a call from your mother asking where you've been for the last 3 days. Why didn't she just call me? Oh. Wrong voice. Why didn't you just call me? Because you never pick up your phone. Point. But she should know that 90% of the time I'm just crushing at Pierre's place. Yeah. And without my permission. You should have thought of that before giving me a spare key. You took my master key and made a copy of it while I was asleep. Same difference, since I still have the spare, you must not care that much. I mean, even Ethan's got a spare now. Won't be long before we all overrun your apartment. Anyway, is the game really over? I still find it hard to believe. The higher up says it's really over now. They archived the game about an hour ago, so no more Lily popping up in Ristorante and breaking dishes. The game already lasted way longer than anyone expected it to. It's been 1 Erewhon year since we started, which is almost 3 Earth years, right? From my experience, most daily game cycles only last for about 4 months or of our time, so the success of this game really was a rare bit of luck. No wonder everyone is a little incredulous. I'm going to miss the steady flow of money that I got for doing practically nothing. You're so lazy, Liam. Yeah. By the way, Laura and Liam are first cousins. Kind of gross that they ended up as potential love interests for each other in the game. But I guess Laura's character never had a chance anyway. Oh crap. I actually thought they are a couple. are going to be a couple that way. In the real world, they can barely stand each other. Laura didn't even wonder all she was picked for it after the developers saw her hairstyle pretty much. She hasn't cut her bangs in ages. The five of us have all been friends for a while. I know Liam and Laura since we were little, and we mates and made friends with Ethan in middle school. We haven't known Angelina as long though. She and I were in another game together about 2 years ago, afterwards just sort of joined the group. Lena is easy to get along with, and I think Laura was pretty happy to have another girl to talk to. So what happens now? Right, this was Edan's first time at Think. I think he just really needed the money. He was morally against doing it for a while, since he didn't think it was right to trick people into falling in love with him. Sometimes I think he forgets that our planet's energy relies on our efforts. Our line of work is just one of many that's focused on doing basically the same thing. Well, we're going to keep working at Ristorante for a while, I guess. Huh? Continue working at the restaurant? Why? Well, the higher-ups have to do paperwork and then figure out if the game is getting a sequel or a spin-off or something. If it is, then we'll stay where we are and do more of the same for a while. Act out new scenes, maybe do some epilogue stuff, that sort of thing. A sequel? I don't even know what it'd be about. Mostly going to go back to college, something like that. Depends on which path she took, though. I don't think she even mentioned architecture in her path, Liam. Oh yeah, true. Our game was pretty popular, so it might have a sequel, right? Like we have a higher chance of having one. A sequel means more work, but it also means more money. I won't say no to more money. On the other hand, I've been this character for a year now and I'm sick and tired of him. They might also do a spin-off of the game. Even if the franchise continues, it doesn't mean we'll necessarily have to act again. Yeah, not gonna lie, I could use the money. I won't be disappointed if there's a sequel. We'll just have to wait and see. No point in getting excited over nothing. It'd be nice working in the restaurant for a while without having to act. Do we really have to keep working there? Just take a break while they deliberate all this crap. You can if you want to, but that means you won't have any income for a while. Sometimes it can take months for them to figure stuff out. Liam sighs exaggeratedly, but I know he'll show up to work tomorrow. He can't quit until we know what's going to happen. Well, cheers to finishing the game. I don't know if we'll have to keep working on it after this, but at least this part of it's over. Good job, everyone. We all raise our glasses and clink them together before downing our drinks. Sometimes I wonder why our plan had to get stuck with the love motion of all things. Tricking us into falling in love with you isn't exactly honorable. But then I remember that there's a plant like Venlin that run on arachnophobia. And then Erewhon doesn't seem so bad after all. Sometime later. A hangover. I shouldn't have had so much to drink last night, but we've been doing this gig for a year now. We can't help wanting to celebrate a little. I groggily turn over and look at the clock on my nightstand. Alright, it's 4 AM, 2 AM at mine. This is when I normally had to wake up while working on the game. Why, you think princesses are naturally gifted with flawlessness? Oh no, it's the result of very strict day routine. I do wake up, shower and then do skincare, haircare. Okay, that's a girl probably. The total length of time is a lot different day to day depending on stuff like stress or hormones, but it usually takes at least 3 hours. After that I get dressed and head over to the restaurant to help the other chefs with the prep work. Or maybe not. We never know if someone might call in sick or a certain vegetable is sold out there, our vendor, so we have to give ourselves plenty of room to improvise. But the game is over now, so I don't have to force myself to work hard. Even if my pay gets docked, I can make up for it later, I guess. So what should I do today? Skip work for day, get up right now, hit the snooze button. No skipping, snooze button. Get up right now. I'm pretty sure everyone will get up, even though it's done. Let's go.